Hi guys, welcome back. So I finally finished my paintings. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. And yes, the temperature here in New York City is steadily climbing up. I think it's like in the upper 70s. It's going to be like in the 80s, 90s coming up in the next couple days, y'all. So I'm ready for it because I can definitely use a nice tan on my skin. On my arms and my legs and my face, like all over. But before I show y'all these paintings, yo, I find it hilarious how I feel like I'm being tested by the universe through the male species, because I'm on the dating site, right? And I have it spelled out in my profile that if a man expects me to entertain him, or his inbox message to me, that he should introduce himself. I mean, that should go without saying. An introduction is standard communication. That annoys me that I, as a woman who wants to rest in her femininity, has to tell a man to introduce himself if he wants to engage in interpersonal conversations, right? But I say that because I'm trying to help the brothers out, right? And there's a lot of brothers on. It's a lot of prospects on this site now, on this app. Very beautiful men. I mean, goes without saying though. We know that New York City has a lot of beautiful melanated brothers here. So I was like, I want to give the brothers a shot. I want to work with them and all of that, right? And granted, like I said, I identify myself as a submissive. Though I know I can come off a bit alpha. That goes without saying too, right? It's like if a woman is independent and she's taking care of herself, independent financially. No one is providing for her. Like, I take care of myself. I live by myself and everything. I don't have any children. It's not independent to the extent of, oh, I'm so independent, I don't need a man. But in essence, if I'm doing everything by myself, and I have been doing everything by myself, right? Paying my rent, high ass rent too, up here in Upper East Side in Manhattan, New York. Okay? Buying all of my clothes, buying all of my food, and I'm a good eater. Okay? I eat pretty healthily, right? Hearty, shall I say. What else? My utilities, everything I pay for. Take out my own trash. Okay? Like, I'm doing this all. I am independent. So, on one hand, to a certain extent, yes, I don't necessarily need a man individually, shall I say, right? Personally. But as I'm working towards an aspiration of building a family, procreating and having kids, then of course, yes, I need a man. And I would like to be with a melanated man, so that we can build, right? Like, I'm driven towards that. Like, I feel like every part of my DNA is pulling me in a direction to want to do that, right? To want to procreate with a man, a black man, shall I say, and emphasize. But listen, there are other means to also do that too, right? So it's just like, if we can't get it together as a black man and black woman, then so fucking be it. Like, the universe doesn't stop. Time doesn't stop ticking because we can't get things together and come together as man and woman to make shit happen. So of course, like, there are other means to be able to procreate without physically having a man in my life and present, right? I can go and buy some sperm. And, there's this whole thing where women are becoming single mothers by choice. Buying sperm. Is that my initial go-to method of procreation? No, it's not. No, it's not. But I have come across that, as an alternative, just in case, shit don't work out. So like I said, I'm on this dating app, and I have that spiel kind of in my profile spelled out to say, like, listen, introduce yourself. these men do not even know how to have a conversation. They don't know how to lead. And the kind of man that I'm interested in, that I'm turned on by, you have to be a leader. You have to be alpha. I can interact with a beta male, right? I could be friends with the beta male. It's not to say I haven't, right? But that's not what tickles my fancy. That's not what gets me turned on. That's not what's going to keep my interest, right? And sustain it. It's not. You have to be a leader. Leaders know how to initiate conversation. They're not sitting around like, hey, beautiful, what's up? What you doing? I don't know you to tell you what the fuck I'm doing. I feel like the way they start conversations is like as if we already know each other. So, no, I don't know you. I don't even know if I should entertain you. In fact, I'm actually intentionally being effortful about weeding your ass out from all the rest of the men. Because a lot of them, y'all be with that bullshit. It's just point blank period. Y'all like waste a woman's time, y'all with that bullshit. And you're just not my type. I'm very selective in who I want to devote my energy to. And this is speaking from experience. This is not hypothetical conversation here. Okay? So, I'm like, that's the bare minimum. If you can get past a decent introduction, right? If you have it within you to be able to formulate a proper introduction, then okay, I feel like, all right, that to me can help move the conversation forward, right? Where perhaps some of my defenses may get lowered a little bit, right? I be trying to put the ass up on game, but it just go right over their head. And by the way, I got paint all over, all over my dress. I was wearing this earlier today when I was painting. So this one guy, as most do, they start off with hi. That's it, just hi. 2 letters, right? I'm not entertained by that, right? I'm not impressed by that. So I give him a hi back. I do it in a way to be facetious on purpose, right? I'm like, hi. Just to show them, like, you expect something from me that you can't even give, right? Like, as a man supposed to be the leader, you got to come stronger with just hi. Some will say hi, beautiful, right? So I'm like, hi, right? And they be like, how are you? I'm well. And yourself? I feel like it can go better, like I said, if they start with the introduction. And in their mind, because they don't know any better, it's like, who raised you, dude? In their mind, they think an introduction is, hi, my name is Mark. That's not an introduction. That tells me nothing about you. Okay, that tells me your name, but for the most part, a lot of their names are already on their profile. That tells me nothing about you. And why should I be inclined to respond to your initial message? Because this is a first impression that you are making with a potential partner. On my profile, it's clear. My intent is clear. Nothing is hidden, right? I make it clear to say that I am here to meet someone who is interested in building a serious long-term relationship, eventually, building a family, and spending time together with each other, getting to know each other. And I said, I'm also interested in entertaining conversations, where we can just be friends, right? Just hang out kind of thing, right? So I just feel like it should go without saying that a mature man should just go ahead, introduce yourself, state your name, for example, state your intent, right? Just cut straight to the chase. I'm not with the small talk. Like, that's definitely not me. I'm not into astrology, but I did do, like, my chart back when I was in LA, and I saw the results did speak towards my tendency to just want to cut straight to the chase and skip all that small talk bullshit. Just cut straight to the chase. Just say what it is. Like, say what it is that why are you messaging me, right? And it's clear that obviously I'm attractive. So you don't have to tell me I'm attractive. You don't have to say that I'm beautiful. I feel like that to me is meaningless talk and talk. And I actually have said that to a guy. I've said like, yo, it's pointless for you to tell me that I'm beautiful. And they get so offended. I'm about to get into this video because I got to wrap this up by give me some food and I have an event I'm about to go to at 6:30. But I'm just an honest, straight, like I'm straight cut, yo. No chaser with it. It's just like, I've said this, and I know I've offended a lot of guys, and I'm just like, yo, that doesn't cut it for me. And they don't like. They're like, oh well, I have to be honest. Like, you are beautiful. Da da da. I'm just like, okay, but don't you know that I know that? I know that I'm beautiful. You don't have to say that. It's not that I can't take a compliment. It's just that that's not a conversation starter. Me, I'm a sapiosexual, right? So if I'm going to engage with in a conversation with a guy, you got to come more better than, oh, you're beautiful. Hi, beautiful. To me, that's not a pickup line. That's not how to initiate conversation. So this guy, after he says hi, and I'm like, hi, and he's like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, I'm well, and yourself? And he's like, oh, I'm good. And he's like, what you up to? And I said, introduce yourself, right? So after I just finished this last video that I recorded when I was painting, and I was talking about the terrorist attack that happened in Texas at the school shooting, I checked my messages, right? And he goes, oh, too aggressive, peace. But this is how I weed him out, yo, because I don't need to deal with no beta male ass motherfucker. Like, that's not aggressive. Me telling you to introduce yourself, that's not aggressive. That's me asserting what I want. So it lets me know, like, a lot of these men are very watered down, yo. And that's not somebody that I would be interested in. And I've said this before, because a lot of you guys come to me and be like, oh, I can see you as a dominatrix. I can see you dominating men. And it's just like, that's not the position that I feel comfortable being in a relationship. And I would not have respect for a man like that. I just can't. I wouldn't have respect for a man. It would, like, really, it would irk my nerves. It would annoy me. I've dated a man like that, which was my best friend at the time. And that shit annoyed the fuck out of me. Yo, I ran that relationship. I told him what to do, how to do it. His paycheck came to my bank account. He just did not have the testosterone. He did not have the alpha maleness energy within him to just be able to just be a man, yo. It's like he had to look to me for answers and what to do, and that could be cool in certain circumstances. I had some pecans in my teeth, but it's just like, no, like, you have to be a confident man. You have to be goal driven, goal directed. You just have to be attuned with nature and in tune with yourself. Know who the fuck you are, because I'm going to eat you alive. And if me simply saying introduce yourself hurts you or offends you, then that says a lot about you, bro, as a person. That to me, I thought was hilarious. But I'm just like, thank you that he finds that aggressive, because I like for people to be just express themselves, right? Not to run. So if a man that feels that me telling him to introduce himself, he feels that that's aggressive and he's running away, that says a lot about that person. It goes to show that you run away from responsibilities. You run away, and how is that, like, for me, how is that triggering? How is that scary? You know, for a man to run away at a woman saying to introduce yourself, right? Like, something's a little off, I think, with these men and this market, this dating market, y'all. It's just off. I don't know. Like, they're listening to Kevin Samuels, and I don't usually say that man's name, but I have to be very specific in who I'm referring to. Listen to that fake ass life coach KS, who passed away recently, rightfully so. The universe saw fit that he not live any longer and not continue to spew this negative narrative out into the black community, creating this distance between black men and black women, making disparaging remarks towards black women. Like, that's unhealthy. And any man that supports him, and you can tell when men adapt that kind of philosophy, right? It's more of the MGTOW philosophy, and I think he was a part of that that movement, men going their own way. It's just like, stay your ass over there. If that's the case, like, you should not be speaking anything related to women. If you're going your own way, then why are you speaking about women? All right. If you like getting dicked up the ass, right? You like getting fucked up the ass, then just get fucked up the ass, right? If you don't like women, just say that, you know? But anyway, may the real man step to the plate. Anyway, so let's transition into this because, like I said, I have a few things that I'm going to do today. But I feel good about these paintings. I have 4. I do not know how many I've done total, but I can say that it's near 100 since I started painting back in October 2020. So your girl been on a roll with these paintings and it's not stopping. So I feel like when I do move out of my place I'm in now into a bigger place, it's going to have to be bigger, number one. But yeah, that place is really, it's going to definitely bring out my paintings even more. And I'm going to be adding more things and more things and more things. And will I begin to sell them? No. But I have considered like making copies of my art to put them in a book, an art book. So that's a thought. Maybe perhaps when I reach 200 or 300 or so, then I might just compile them into a book. But this is the first one. So this is a series, as you guys can see. I'm going to show you what they look like in the reverse. Clearly, most of my paintings are African centered. So this is an African woman. I got the inspiration from my pillow cover that I made some pillows when I first moved here in my space. Pillows for my couch. And so you guys can see this is a series. And so that's an arm that's going to lead into the next painting I'm going to show you guys in a second. But it's very simple, right? Now she's holding a staff. It's very basic, but sometimes, you know, less is more. So so this is the next one I'm going to show you guys, and I'll show you how they fit together. The next one is here. These are sisters. And I was trying to debate if I should like keep the same clothing for these women or switch up the colors or design the print. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep it the same. It's really simple. So, oh, it's matching what I'm wearing. Alright. So, as you can see, how they go together. Like so. Hey! I like that. So she's leaning on her shoulder. And I was also trying to decide if I should like make these 2 different skin tone, different complexion women, which I had to, because if they were the same complexion, it may be a little bit confusing around this part, right, where she's leaning on her shoulder. So I'm like, okay, let me make a different tone here, which was very easy to do. I use a lot of different shades of brown. I got black in here too, red. Here I think I put copper in her skin. So loving it. All right. So the last one, and well, it's not the last one, but the last one that goes with this one is her. Me like. They do all have similar colors though. So I stayed with the colors of, okay, so for the dresses, it's a mixture. That's like 4 different colors that I made with the dress. But with the ornaments that she's wearing, like her necklace and her belt, I tried to keep the same colors for all 3 of these beautiful women here. See, can I hold all of these up at the same damn time? Alright. There you have it. Me like. So as you guys can see, I alternated the different colors with the belt and with their necklaces. Alright, so I have one more I'm going to show you guys. And then I'm going to flip the camera and show you what they look like in their actual orientation. figure out what I'm going to eat. I'm thinking about going out to a restaurant and getting some steak. I may actually do that. And then I'm going to head to Brooklyn to head to this event that I'm going to. This is the last one. So, funny enough, in the original, this part was actually a shirt, but I made her nude. I like something about just showing the feminine, you know, energy through her breasts being exposed. I like that part. And then I decided to stay with kind of similar colors for this one as I used for the other three. They are all kind of dark colors, you think about it. I wonder what that's about, given that I was painting this while I was talking about the school shooting that happened recently in Texas. So maybe that may have something to do with it, right? A little damper mood with the dark colors. The skin, though, her skin, I was a bit disappointed with the color that I ended up putting on the palette for her skin. Granted, it came out wrong, I have to admit. It came out wrong, and I know what I did wrong because I added white. I wanted to lighten the skin, the color, the mixture, because I had like different shades of brown, I think bronze and black and red. But I added white to kind of lighten her skin, so to speak. And I'm like, I hate what I did because now it's looking like very dullish, her skin. I'm going to take a picture of all of these and put them on my Facebook page and on my community page on my YouTube channel. But you'll see. But I do like her head wrap. I feel like you can't mess that up, right? The head wrap, but the skin tones, like, it's like dullish. It's probably hard to see here. Though it's brown, like when you mix white, I noticed when you mix white with these primary colors that I'm using under the brand that I'm using, white don't do it. It has to be a different color to lighten it. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit more to figure out, okay, what other color can I use besides white to lighten these colors up. But white is not it, because it just makes it look dull and kind of grayish looking. Though it's brown, but it just, yeah, it looks very dull. Different than the other colors. See, I like, for example, see the difference? I like the darkness of her skin. Much different than this here, the gray looking skin. But anyway, I do like her necklace. I gave her a headband, and I kind of made her pregnant. Hey. As like a premonition for myself, because one day soon we're gonna manifest that. That's gonna be interesting though, because when I do get pregnant, yo, I'm gonna do a whole like pregnancy vlog series. That's gonna be really exciting. And the background, as you guys noticed, I kept the same color for all four of these. So they're gonna be hung up in my bedroom above my bed. So I'll probably show you guys when I hang them up, maybe tomorrow, what they look like on my wall. I'll probably do like a quick little video. Alright, so I think I'm going to put her farther to the right when I hang it up on the wall. And these are going to go like this. Alright. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what they look like. And here they are. I don't think wait, did I clean? I usually do before I start, but here we go. Much better, right? Yes, honey. Yes. Okay. Alright, I love it. Feel free to share your comments below. Only if it's respectful. Other than that, I can care less what you think. But I love it. And I'll catch you. Oh, I like the moon too. Look at that. What do you call that? I call it like a moon. Crescent moon. Let me like. I don't know when I'm going to do my next painting. But you know what? I just realized that You know what I just realized is that I was looking in my bathroom cabinet because I'm going to switch out my shower curtain. I realized, like, yo, this shower curtain been hanging up for a minute. Granted, I have like a liner that I have hanging up, but the liner I switch out, right? The actual shower curtain is like hung up outside the tub, and I'm like, I've had this for a while, and then when I ordered it, it came two in a pack. So I have a whole nother one that I'm gonna hang up soon, probably this weekend. And it has a design on it. Like, my bathroom is African. Everything in my place is like African themed, right? So even my shower curtain is African women on my shower curtain that I have hanging up now, and then the one I'm going to hang up when I take this one down. The one that I have hanging up now, it inspired a painting. So I'm always inspired. So the one I have hanging up now, it inspired a painting series that's actually in my bedroom. And I'm looking at the new shower curtain I'm going to hang up, and that also has a nice design that I'm definitely going to use to create like this. I'm probably going to put all of them on one big canvas. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm figuring, like, yo, where can I hang it? I might hang it right here on my brick wall. So let me show you guys. I think I'm going to hang it right here on my brick wall, right here. So right there above that one. And I have plenty of space to hang it up there. You guys will see. Well, then I'll catch you guys later.